TokenMetrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at TokenMetrics.com.
We are live. Welcome to the Market Update Show. I'm Bill Noble. This show is brought to you by TokenMetrics.com. If you need a roadmap in crypto, right, and you need to make money in crypto, then subscribe to this channel, okay? Turn on alerts to find out when we're going live and give us a thumbs up, right, if you like the content. All right, so let's give people a moment to join the stream. Okay, we have Avon UK in the house. We have Raul, Dollar Bill, welcome. Jay, yo, how you doing? Okay, let's just start off quick with a little word from NFTLA. So we are on the ground here. A few words about that while people join up on the stream. I can tell you this, not many people are promoting or showing NFTs that have real utility, okay? So this leads me to believe what our fundamental analyst has been talking about, okay, where, you know, you got to be careful with the JPEG world that 6 months or a year from now, the only NFTs that will be left are the ones with utility. We also listened to some smart venture capitalists, and here's two things that he said that really caught my attention. One, expect more coins like ApeCoin. So if ApeCoin does well, you could have, it's a stretch, but you could have a lot more of these type of coins coming out for the blue chips. So how ApeCoin performs, right, could lead to, you know, the next one or two, just the way, you know, Doge led to sheep. So we'll see how that plays out. You also said that the gaming sector, right, which some say is overvalued, all right, may not be overvalued because in the emerging market world, people, children in particular, need to get paid for playing games and adding to a network effect. So the idea of somebody playing $50 for a game and then playing it, enhancing the network for the people that made the game is over. It's over, right? The new thing is play to earn, right? And the reason it's play to earn is because people got to get paid for building the network. It just makes economic sense. Now, of course, the game has to be fun and people want to play fun games. And I know the gaming tokens or the gaming sector may be expensive, but this venture capitalist told us why the gaming sector may be expensive, right? Finally, he made a comment about the metaverse that was so powerful, right? He says humans want to create things. Humans don't want to get unemployment and Medicaid or universal basic income. They want to get universal basic equity, because the metaverse may allow people, small people, to create things that allow them to get paid on a regular basis, like an artist getting royalties. So he actually thinks that that's going to be a bigger use case for the metaverse than just a land grab. So I know he's a venture capitalist and he can afford to think on a 5 to 10 year time horizon, but gaming and the metaverse seem to be a more important theme coming out of this conference than NFTs themselves, which is ironic because it's an NFT conference. I'm heading over there right after this to try to pull more alpha out to bring you that on the stream. All right, so now let's welcome people on the stream. Let's see who's here. Okay, we have Dulio. Okay, hey, somebody from Madrid is saying his Token Metrics subscription is paying off. Where is it paying off? Solana. The title of the video is Solana. You thought we forgot, right? I was just talking about NFTLA. No, this stream is going to be a little bit briefer than usual, but Solana, Solana, Solana. So we have South Africa, Mexico, Luxembourg. Okay. We have Corona, Jay from Paris, LFG, right? Right on. Avon in the UK. Okay. We have lots of people coming in. Baltimore, Jamaica, San Diego. Welcome. Welcome, welcome to our show. If you are new to Token Metrics, you are new to the Token Metrics live stream, welcome. Welcome, right? You're not too early. You're not too late. You're right on time to get on-demand TA, right, from a human, okay? A market update from a human enhanced by the power of artificial intelligence. How is artificial intelligence helping you? Well, don't go anywhere. I'm about to show you. So for our friends in Tampa, Las Vegas, right, Indonesia, welcome. Welcome to the show. All right, now, let's talk about how you get big. Let's get big. You want to get big? Let's get big, right? By the way, before we do that, VeChain, baby, VeChain, right? We're talking about VeChain. We're talking about Solana. How do you get big? You find a coin, you get in early, and you pound the table as it goes. And, man, when I tell you this about Solana, man, you are going to be running over. Your credit card is going to come right out of its pocket to subscribe. I'm not going to shill today. I am not shilling Token Metrics today. I'm just going to show you and talk about Solana. So let's get into it. Now, momentum indicators. We have a visual trends indicator. The question you have to ask yourself in crypto is, should you jump on a rally, especially after the market's been range trading? And Solana itself traded horrible. I mean, Solana just made, I was like, I just looked at the Solana chart. I was like, oh my God. It was so painful to watch. So painful, right? Because it just wouldn't go above 100. I mean, it wouldn't get away from 80. Why? Well, most likely because venture capitalists with huge bags were selling it. They're like, shit, we should have sold it at 220. Now they're selling it at 100 or below. Right? Well, who did they sell it to? Well, I don't know. Somebody with diamond hands who believes in the future of Solana, because you could read all kinds of research. I mean, Kraken last year was talking about Solana at 600. I mean, this is not some half-wit research team. They had a case for much higher Solana. All right. Now, I'm going to leave it up to you to go check that out. But the point is this. Okay. The venture capitalists sold Solana to the big strong hands, the big money managers, and they kind of walked off with it. They're like, bye. Now all the new people are coming in going, oh my God, I got to buy Solana. Where's the supply? There isn't any. There isn't any. That's why it's moving the way it's moving. Now, where did you get the hint about that? Even if that story is, I don't have every detail right, because I obviously don't know everything that's going on in the crypto market. But the AI is telling you this, right? Because you got the signal in the bottom right-hand corner, and then you got gratification. That's when our momentum stuff works the best, right? So if you go back to Solana in August of 2021, it was the exact same picture. You got the buy signal at the top of a small rally. It kind of started grinding higher, and it just went parabolic. So here's a question. Why can't Solana go back to 220? I mean, the stock market, which we'll get into, is back, I don't know, sort of close to its all-time high. What's Solana doing at 120? Give me a break. 110. It seems cheap if you look at it via momentum indicators. Now, this comes from our quant department, right? If you're a premium member, you get to see this type of stuff because we're building it for the website, right? The blue line is the Token Metrics AI-based grade. So again, like I've been telling the story, right? Solana rallied like one day. And then Solana went to the top of our ratings page. So normally our ratings page gets small coins, right? If you're a subscriber, you'll see ratings for small coins pop straight to the top, and then the small coin will move, right? We publish reports, newsletters, updates where we tell people, hey, this is what worked this week, so you can have more confidence in future signals. Well, in Solana, right, the grade spiked. And I called the quant department. I'm like, hey, guys, is this real? Does this have anything to do with the way Solana traded in the past? And they said, no. This is based on current price action. So if you look at the blue line, that's the Token Metrics grade. You look at the red line, that's the price. And don't you get the idea that the red line is going to catch up to the blue line? Meaning the grade went up and stayed up and price is following. So why is Solana up 10% today? Right here. This is why. Okay. This is why. Just got out of the premium customer webinar. The quant guy who works on this said, period, Solana's my biggest position. Okay, that's the market update. We're done for today. That's all I need to know, right? In other words, he saw this. I saw this. I talked about it on the stream, and he put his own money in it. So who's been on Solana, right? Us, you. Love you guys, right? We want to come through for you. So next stop in Solana, most likely 136, right? So this is like going to feed on itself. The next big technical point is probably 136. And then if Solana, probably going to have to do some work. If it gets above 136, then we're talking about 200 and potentially much higher prices. Now, I don't want to be a complete moon boy, but after we get done Solana, after I get done telling you right here, right, Token Metrics, right, after I get done telling you about this, you're going to see that there's a case building in crypto for this to be not a 1 week rally, but this could possibly be a 2-month rally. So where is Solana and Bitcoin and Ethereum going to be if there's a 2-month rally? They're like, all right, Bill, I can't buy Solana up 10%. You're making me feel bad. I missed it. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to make you feel bad because I think you got to grab that thing on any dip, right? I mean, if it's just a momentum moonshot, the last time Solana traded like this, that's what happened. If you get a red, if you get a red day or a red half day, you got to jump on it. That's my opinion. Solana on a weekly DeMark chart. Okay, the 9 bottom was actually earlier in the year, and then you suffered for 9 weeks, as I said. Okay, now DeMark has a moving average system of its own, and Solana is breaking out above those moving averages. It's a smart moving average system in DeMark, not as smart as the AI-based one, but still pretty smart. I mean, there's nothing here but blue sky until 243, folks. That's it. I mean, that's just what the chart says. That's not me being a moon boy. This thing's breaking out above moving averages, and the next resistance point on a weekly chart is 243. Now, again, back to Solana tactically. Solana should have stopped at 108. So if Solana was in a range trade or it was just a plain Jane coin, it should have stopped at 108, which it did yesterday for about, I don't know, 3 days, 2 days. All right. And then it was bouncing off the point where it should have stopped. And what does it do? Okay. Blows up, moons, right? On its way to 136. It should have stopped. It didn't. Why didn't it stop? Because the Mo trade is on. The Mo trade is on. Okay. WIC 25 all. Good for 2 more days, 25% off the thing that got you into Solana early. Not even going to shill. Now, let's talk about macro. So don't click off the video. Don't do it because this is the case. This is the case for much higher Bitcoin and ETH. It may take 4 or 5 days, but this could be a big takeoff. So you're going to want to hear, right? You're going to want to hear about this. Now, you got a couple people talking about, talking about Zilliqa. We had a lot of smart people on the stream asking about Zilliqa before it mooned, right? Europe is here, right? How high can Aave go? We'll talk about that. We have Milan, Estonia, Halifax. Okay. Europe is here. Welcome. Okay. Tom says, I need to understand the full picture. Perfect timing, Tom. Let's talk about it. CRB, commodities, right? This is an index that follows commodities, food, wheat, oil, or food, metals, oil. That's in the order of how it's weighted. So in the bottom right-hand corner comes from something in the early 20th century, a hand-kept diary of Jesse Livermore featured in a famous trading book, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. Crypto frequently acts like, equities did back in the early 20th century when things like the telegraph, the automobile, and all these things were coming into play. So that's when the world was new, just like crypto. Okay. So this type of formation has worked well lately, particularly in things that can moon. Now, normally commodities are not things that can moon, but obviously that's changed. So this pattern has developed, right? It developed, commodities mooned, and commodities may be done. Let me say that again. You may be looking at a temporary top in commodities. And you're like, okay, Bill, that's interesting. Because I thought that, rising oil and rising commodities in some ways were holding back Bitcoin. We're holding back the crypto market. All right. There's another research that we've done that says, if commodities go up, certain commodities, Bitcoin should follow. So it's like commodities made its move, and now it's time for Bitcoin to make its move. Okay. So a commodity market top is macro friendly, and it may be time for Bitcoin to catch up. Oh my God, the dollar, DXY. DXY breaks out of a consolidation formation that has a little diagonal shape to it. Bottom line, the dollar should have gone up in March. It didn't. And now it's coming back into the formation and a possible false breakout, which means the dollar, fingers crossed, could go much lower. Now, it's to be determined. I don't want to be a crypto moon boy, dollar bear, just because the dollar's down 2 days in a row. But if the dollar does not recover, okay, that means 3 to 4 days from now, it's go time in crypto. Now, picking tops in interest rates, really bad habit. Okay, I've been doing it lately anyway. I'm noticing 2.43% is resistance in the 10-year note yield. So why does that matter? Well, because inflation hysteria and the need for everyone to buy the dollar because of the geopolitical situation may be fading. So if rates pause, right, commodities pause, okay, and stocks, which I hate, as you know, but how can stocks be this close to its all-time high? These guys have come all the way back, and I'm reading the research of a really smart technical analyst who was saying, like, when equities, I thought equities were going to zero along with everyone else. He's like, F it, buy equities. This guy thinks equities can make a new high. Now, I can't even say that without getting nauseous. But the point is, if commodities top, interest rates stop going up, and stocks are stupid, but they're close to the all-time high, whereas crypto isn't. How can the S&P be close to its all-time high and Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana still be, I don't know, way off its all-time high? I mean, what's better, Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana, or S&P? S&P? But look where this is. Look at it. Now let's go to Bitcoin. Like I said, we were talking about this yesterday. Big consolidation formation. Look in the bottom right. Look at the bottom right. Who believes in this rally? Nobody. Who believes Solana was going up? Nobody, except us, right? The people who watch the stream, the people who watch the videos, right? You guys, us, right? Nobody, I'm an NFTLA. Want to know how many conversations I've had about Bitcoin? Want to know who wants to talk about the market going up? Nobody. Nobody. Everyone's like, oh, hey, here's my friend Bill. He's a market guy. No one says, what do you think of the market? No one. Stand there talking to people. No one wants to talk about the market. I'm talking to some wealthy lady at like a VIP function. I was like, hey, have you been watching this crypto market? She goes, you know what? F crypto. I was like, what? And we're at an LA crypto function. And I go, want to talk about the market? And the person goes, F crypto. I was like, oh my God. I was like, where's my phone? Where's the green buy button? All right. Now it's probably going to take a couple days in Bitcoin, right? So I don't want to be an idiot, but no one believes this. No one. So when you're in the bottom right-hand corner of a range, no one believes it, right? Equities is the same way. This is a monthly chart from way back. This is the 2000. This goes from the 2000 top to the 2009 bottom, right? So it was buy everything. You know, Amazon was going to sell every book 1.5 times. That's what was happening at the top in 2000. The Amazon valuation was based on them selling every book in the world 1.5 times, literally every book in the world. So that was pretty stupid. And then they washed that all out. Okay. 9/11, accounting fraud, you know, end of the world. Okay. Back up on China growth, right? Massive housing surge. That blows up. Everything goes down. Lehman goes bankrupt. And it's the end of the world in 2009. Literally, people thought that was the end of the world. I remember a review of a Batman movie in the Wall Street Journal that came out around that time. And this guy said, this movie was great because it reflects the fact that good times are gone forever. Jim Cramer, after a 30% rally off the lows, okay, which in like number terms on the index wasn't much, but he said, I don't care if it's up 30% off its lows. It's actually going much, much higher. So don't be afraid of the rally. And that's what I'm telling you, right? Find support, manage risk. If you get stopped out, who cares, right? If you get stopped out, who cares, right? But if you miss Solana, how are you going to feel? Awful. Bitcoin, 45K represents kind of a big breakout. So if Bitcoin consolidates above 45K, it's constructive, right? I'm going to spare you the TA lecture. Token Metrics, right, takes all of the AI grades for all coins and plots it on total crypto market cap, giving you red dots for sell and green dots for buy, right? So it's like we're analyzing the entire market using AI and giving you a red dot or a green dot. This is what VIP customers see, right? Or premium members see these kind of charts. We're building this on the website. So, as I said, up at the top, there's a red button in November. Recently, there's a green button, and you've gotten a ton of gratification on this. So, look at the altcoins breaking out, right? It's all breaking out in pieces. Zilliqa, VeChain, Solana, AVAX may be next. Don't go anywhere if you're an AVAX bull, okay? Now, Bitcoin on the visual trends indicator, okay? What has Bitcoin done? It has discouraged you, right? Even fooled the momentum indicators, right? The momentum indicators, like all of us, right? Except I tried to get away from this with my DeMark work, but everybody's been buying resistance and selling support for 9 weeks, right? And then what I've noticed historically, keeping it brief, after you go through a period where you get 4 false signals, once Bitcoin goes green, it goes. This is what happened before the last big rally. Now, what's a big rally in this world? I don't know. Maybe it's 52K. Maybe it's a 2-month rally. Okay. Maybe it's Bitcoin going to 52K and other cryptos catching up. All I know is this whole market is wrong based on where it is versus its all-time high. So if equities don't crash, we got to catch up with equities. Total altcoin market cap, another nightmare chart I wish I'd never drawn. So there's a bearish formation on here. that is either working, it's working when the market's down, it's breaking when the market's up. I'm going to simplify it. If total 3, that's total altcoin market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum, takes out 800 billion, then the bearish formation is invalidated and altcoins can do okay over the next 2 months. My guess is Solana is going to lead the breakout. I don't have a Cardano chart, right? But Cardano and Solana, along with AVAX, can lead the move, but it's got to make the move. So let's hope it breaks out above 800 because I'm tired of the bearish formation in altcoin market cap. I want to just put it away, right, and be done with it. Now let's talk about DeFi. Here's the deal. If you put your money in the bank or you put your money in a bond or even to put your money in stable coins, okay, stable coins will make you money. Institutions have to be in stable coins, but I'm starting to think the real money is in the coins of the protocols because money will flow in. So for the retail investor, yes, you could go get 7% or 10% or 15% on a stable coin investment. Now that's great for an institution, but for the retail investor, if all these people start coming in looking for DeFi, then the DeFi tokens, that's Aave leading the world, the way Compound did in 2020, right? DeFi perp could unwind its entire give up trade. That means Yearn, which is beeping bullish, Sushi, right? Aave, all of these coins, particularly the ones that, are big and can lead, like Aave and Yearn, right? The bigger the DeFi coin is, and if they fix their tokenomics to a certain degree, there's capital appreciation for retail investors based on the fact that institutional investors have got to get money in stable coins or elsewhere in DeFi, right? They got to get yield, and they got to get yield now. Procrastination is over for them. Done. So DeFi has a future. Which coins? I don't know. That's tricky, right? That's evolving. I'm sensing Chainlink above 17 is very constructive. But the DeFi futures contract has a lot of room to move up, as does something like Sushi, another one of my bad altcoin habits. But my other bad altcoin habit, Rune, absolutely mooned, right? And may continue after a pause. Don't have the Rune chart up. They have risk. They have risk of executing, as all these DeFi protocols do. So not investment advice, right? Okay, you have to remember, just not to be a downer, but Axie got hacked yesterday, right? At the Axie hack, right? And ironically, the head of Axie was the first speaker at NFTLA. This guy got on stage, right, and practically cried, right? So just a little trivia from the conference. Just be mindful of the fact that DeFi is great. Of course it is, right? And hopefully DeFi has got its act together because it's been around long enough, so there won't be another Axie. So I'm not trying to scare you out of DeFi, but the Axie hack may benefit DeFi because the DeFi protocols are like, we got to shore up our security, right? We could, if this is going to rally, there can't be a problem in a DeFi protocol. Sushi on a weekly chart. Okay, everyone's going to call in and say, what about my altcoin, right? So I got to keep it brief today. So we're just going to use Sushi because Sushi's been destroyed, right? Some people think it's great, but it trades terrible. It's like the Solana of the DeFi universe. It just traded like it was destroyed, and it maybe should be given another chance. All the altcoins are going to show 9 bottoms on weekly charts, right? And this rally could have 7 more weeks. So whatever coin you're looking at, most likely, this is what it's going to look like if it hasn't gone up already. Okay, AVAX. AVAX, teacup, and handle. Possible breakout, right? Possible breakout. Handles are awful in terms of their ability to sort of get long and stay long because you get fooled out of trades. All right. So AVAX has the potential to go much higher, as does NEAR. Okay. NEAR can move and turn around and actually go up a lot because of this accumulation formation that we've seen from the Jesse Livermore example from back, from back, in the CRB example. So that formation in the bottom right corner where things accumulate in a cone, it has a shot to turn around and go up and go higher. So here's the CRB formation, and here's NEAR again. Support is around 1250. So what's been the lecture over the last couple days? Find support. Okay. Now, Steven says, did they talk about Gala at the conference? No, not yet. Wendy O is big on Gala, but gaming is expensive according to our fundamental people, but it may be expensive for a reason. So gaming, in my mind, has got a whole new view to it, right? After listening to a big venture capitalist. So I'm going to look at a gaming chart and probably look for what's positive rather than for, oh, be careful. Okay. ETH versus inflation. You've heard about this. I put it at the bottom of the chart. The blue line is what the bond market thinks of inflation, and the orange line is ETHE. That's ETH from the equity market. Is anyone talking about a new high in ETH? Is anyone talking about 200 in Solana? No, no one is. That's why we're going to talk about it. We're just going to keep talking about it until we're wrong, right? Carry me out is what we used to say at Wall Street. Carry me out. I'm doing a trade. That's it. Come take me out. And that is the market update. Okay. Wow. All right. So we got some serious requests here. All right. And let me see if I can get to all of them, because I got to go get the alpha for you guys from this conference. Okay. All right. So let's get into DeMark right now. Okay, let's look at Aave. Okay, now the question is, how high can this go, right? That's the question. So it's obviously up a lot. It's easy to be bullish when it's up a lot, but it bottomed on support in 113. I know a lot of people took profits, when it went to 200. That's understandable. But all I can say about Aave is you could have 6 more bullish weeks, right? Because, a lot of times when it starts a new trend, the DeMark work goes from 1 to 9. So we're on 3. So, it's not a price prediction. It's a time prediction. 7 more bullish weeks in Aave. Okay, so Zilliqa, right? Hopefully I said some positive things about Zilliqa. I do know that people were calling in about this, right? Saying, hey, what about Zilliqa? And then what I probably said is, and this is true for all these altcoins, is that when you get the 9 bottom on the weekly chart, you need a catalyst. If you get the catalyst, it goes. So where can Zilliqa go? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So I would imagine if Zilliqa is above 17 cents, then it's going back to its high. My guess is you're going to see profit taking at 17 cents. If you don't, then it keeps going. It's as simple as that, right? Like this is a market where I'm just like, okay, this is the support point. This is what matters. This is the resistance where it should stop. If it doesn't, that's it. That's your technical analysis textbook for at least the next 2 weeks and possibly into May. Okay, so AR, again, on the weekly, right? I think it's time to look at the big picture, right? This is a Solana video. The Solana big picture we covered. I think if, this holds above 35, it can go to 54. And then in terms of like the tactical stuff, we're just going to have to manage that day to day, right? But I think it's just time, especially if there's a pause in the market, right? If the whole market was up 10% today, I think we'd have to look at the tactical picture. But the market is pausing today, March 30th, right? So if you're watching this video, congratulations, you're right on time, because in my opinion, you got to get involved on red days, right? Solana is a Mo trade, right? So maybe you have to get it on a pause. But if you get a pause or a red day, you got to go with it. Now, XDC, 9 bottom on the weekly chart, okay? This coin has done bottoms and then rallied and then failed. So I think this coin has got to be above 7 cents before you get too excited. Let's look at a daily chart. Okay. So on a daily chart, you're getting a dip. Let's try an intraday chart and see if that's a better read. Okay. So there's your uptrend. There's your 9 bottom on the 4-hour chart. So you want to start seeing bulls coming in, right? You want to start seeing bulls coming in. If they come in now, right, it's one of these things where you could have 6 more bullish weeks. But you got to see the bulls come in, right, and really move it higher after a dip. That's going to be the key to everything, right? Do you get a dip, yes or no, right? And then after you get the dip, do buyers come in? If buyers come in, then whatever it is can have 6 more bullish weeks, okay? So Sandbox weekly, okay? Sandbox comes back above its 62% retracement at $3.34. Okay. Now I'm going to be straight with you. So this chart is constructive, but the question is, can Sandbox go back to its high? Let's think about it. I heard somebody, a venture capitalist from the metaverse, talking about the metaverse becoming a place where artists can create stuff and make money. In other words, the metaverse could be for the little guy. Right now, it's for the big guy because it's a land grab. And it's a development game like real estate, like commercial real estate. But what happens if the market starts to trade the little guy getting involved? Now, notice I said start to trade, right? This may happen. This may not happen. They may have traded it already. But what if they trade it again? What if you have a speculative 2 months in equities? What if sell in May and go away means sell actually in May? Where's this going? So it's speculative, right? But it's on support, right? Like your risk reward is what? Sandbox is at, 3 something, supports at 334, and the all-time high is 850, and, the decline started at 650. Right? I mean, is it as simple as that? Okay. Okay, somebody wants to know, is Symbolic comparable to TradingView? Symbolic is kind of a beta, so it's good for DeMark. It's made by DeMark's people, but it can't do all the things that TradingView can do. Okay, so I'm going to take one more request because I got to get y'all alpha from the conference. Okay, so Theta, this is a good example, right? Everybody gave up on Theta. There wasn't even a 9 bottom. People just gave up on it, right? Now you're looking at the second up week, and you could have 7 more. Now, maybe it just stops here. Maybe it's over, right? But, I mean, if Solana's going to 220, is Solana going to do that all by itself? Well, maybe, because it did it before. But what happens if Solana is the rising tide that lifts some of these boats? So I don't want to be an idiot, right? I don't want to be an idiot, but I want to get involved on red days. I'm getting involved on red days until that does not work anymore, right? Even if I got a red 4 days, right? Even if we have to deal with month-end chop, okay? I'm getting involved on red days, right? And if I haven't sold you on Solana and Token Metrics, well, I'll probably continue to try, but I really need you to think about how to make money in a weird world. So this was like, I don't know. First I was like, hey, this is a 1 week window. Then I was like, maybe it's a 2 week window. Now maybe it's a 2 month window. Okay. Because of the macro stuff, because of Solana. So Phantom, again, no idea why everybody's giving up on this. No idea. Now, I mean, it's pausing today, but if Solana goes and AVAX goes, then historically that's the way it was the first time, right? Solana went, AVAX went, right? Phantom went, and then ETH went, right? ETH goes last, but no reason to get out of Phantom, right? And probably a reason, if you like it, to just take a shot. Okay. Link, I'm up 13%. Should I let it run? Well, I can't give you investment advice, but I have looked at the Link chart. And I think if Link is above 17, that's a signal that DeFi can continue to go higher. And you would assume, Link would follow. In other words, I think Link, I think Link is going to be the next leader in DeFi, possibly along with some dark horse that we, either we forgot about like Phantom or, some dead S coin that revives itself like sushi, right? The DeFi revival is on. All right, people. Okay. Near positive on that with support at 1250. Not investment advice, but near is one of the things I'm staying at because our fundamental guys like it. And I think it has the potential to follow Solana. All right, folks, I got to go, right? I know that was quick, right? On-demand TA returns tomorrow in force. Now, in sum, let's go over the main points. Most likely, the altcoin you're interested in has bottomed on a weekly chart, unless you're in like a deep S coin, all right? I will do Gala because I know people are interested in that. So let me do one more thing. So whatever you're interested in may have bottomed. So on Gala, there's nothing here, right, except a signal that there could be 7 more up weeks. That's it. Now, is Gala too expensive? I don't know. But, and this is going to be everywhere because we talked about this yesterday, right? You go back and watch that video. You have a 9 top in Gala, right? And what do I say about 9s? You have the setup phase. That's 1 through 9. A certain set of conditions get counted. And when they get counted for the 9th time, you either get a top if you're in a range or you get a dip. Well, we got a dip. We got a wild, volatile day in Gala, okay? That's normally what happens. You get a dip. And then if the dip holds and the bulls are there, you get the countdown phase, which is a set of conditions counted 1, 2, 3, 4 to 13. So Gala can go higher. So can all altcoins. Everything looks like this. Seriously, everything. So if the bulls show up on red days, it's go time. Seriously, right? And if I get stopped out, right, and people look at this video in a week and go, wow, that guy was a moon boy. I don't care, right? Carry me out on this. If it's red, right, that's when you think in your mind, green. Don't believe me? Look at the Solana work. I know you believe me, but I'm just saying to the world, right? Or anybody who's new. And if you're new, welcome. Stay with us. Hit the subscribe button. Like the content. Hey, people, I saw 600 likes the other day. So thank you. All right, folks, that is it. I got to go, right? This is the market update. I'm your host, Bill Noble. Like the content. I will be here tomorrow.